Alright, welcome back everybody. Welcome back, Dust Bunny. Thanks. Well, I can just say that the game didn't crash, but evidently the internet flickered. That is just disappointing. A two-part first look live here on Petersburg for FS22, everybody, here on PlayStation 5 with myself, RustyMoney. Your high school had a dirt track as well? Thanks. Feel free to share the second part of this, everybody. Man, we had 25 people here when we all lost it. Yeah, I haven't moved, Dust Bunny, so we're still here at the old 4-hole golf course. So we'll wait and see if we get everybody back. Hopefully we get everybody back. Oh man, I apologize for... I guess you can't help the internet, you know. My internet's even hardwired, so I don't know what happened there. That is disappointing. Right? Thanks, Dust Bunny. Appreciate that. Well, it was a good time to take a little bathroom break really quick, too, I guess. So, round two, here we go, David. That's right. So, we are here, everybody, at the old golf course yet. You know, here on this great map called Petersburg. So about right here is where hole number 2, if I remember correctly, where the green was for it. And then this went over to hole 3. And if I remember right, hole 3 green then was somewhere in this vicinity, I think. Across the walking path right there, okay? Dust Bunny, this is in Petersburg, Nebraska. This is real life. This is as close to real life I have ever seen in all of FS, for what I know of real life maps. Mrs. Money and I lived here in this community for almost 12 years. I was the station deputy for this county sheriff's office in this county where this map is created. Old Gamers Lane and Wayne, wow, a golf course and farming, nice. Hi y'all. Welcome. Space Monkey, remember me? Yeah, I remember you. So, for anybody new watching, I'm doing FS22 First Look Live here at this map that came to FS22 yesterday by a map author called RGS underscore Prita. I have no idea who this map author is. It's their first creation as you read the description. But I had to do this first look live because in real life, everybody, I'm not afraid to tell y'all. I don't got nothing to hide. Anybody can pretty much learn anything about anybody just by going to the internet. I live approximately 13 miles from this community in real life. Where I currently live is also in the same county as where Petersburg, Nebraska is located in real life. I worked for the sheriff's office of this county and lived in this community for almost 12 years with my family. So when this map came to the mod hub and DJ Goham did his little video yesterday about this map, I instantly watched it. And then when I got home from work, I installed it. And I took a very quick look around because I wanted to see if I could find my house. And I did. And then I had to see if I could find my mom and dad's house. And I did. But what really tipped me off, you'll have to go back and watch the first part of this first look live that we lost connection in, is the starting farm on this map is in exact location of Google Earth, as close as I have ever seen in Google Earth or a creation for FS as it is in real life. And I know who lived or lives now at the starting farm on this map. So let's go continue. So then you shoot again, and if I remember correctly, it's right here behind Jim's house. The tee boxes are right here approximately where my truck is parked. You don't see them on the map, but here is your shot for hole 4. Hole 4, you par off, or you tee off, I should say, right here approximately, and you have to get it in the hole 4 green in this area down here. Okay, and once again, it was a 4-hole golf course in Petersburg. You make 2 rounds, and the 9th hole is the bar across the highway. The guy that lives in this house right here, him and his wife own the hardware store in this community. And all of these 2 houses right here are very close in I shouldn't say proximity, but style as to what they are in real life. This house, if I remember correctly, is actually a ranch style, not a trailer home. This house here is, what does it look like? I think that's pretty close to what it looks like. And then these right here are, oh my goodness, it is there. I bet you've never seen one of these. Oh my goodness, I didn't know this was there until now. Okay, you got to see this. Oh my goodness. The more I check out this map, the more it is in very exact detail. It is there. Has anybody ever seen a roundhouse in real life? Well, now you have. This roundhouse was handmade, built by somebody originally from this community. And this house in real life is still there. And it is like spot on. It is like red in real life. Oh my goodness, it's still there. It's there. Okay, so then behind those houses there, here, this area is kind of hidden. You don't really see it. You don't really see it unless you know it's here. But this area right here, why it's marked out like this is the tree dump. Your grass and tree dump that all small communities in the area of Nebraska, maybe even places where you live, have. Where after you bag your yard of grass, you take it and dump it. This is the tree dump area right here. They just don't got it decorated. And then somewhere I think, I'm not sure because I haven't really seen it in operation. somewhere in this area, I don't know if they took out the trees right there in front of my truck, so somewhere in this general area, they have a brand new splash pad for kids for the summer. So it's got like water jets coming up out of the ground, you know, just more of a professional style of an underground sprinkler for kids in this little small town. Yeah, but that's approximately where it is in real life. Okay, let's go now. Let's get back to the old park. A farm garage, welcome my friend. We'll go back to the park here. So in real life, the trail, this trail right here, it actually wraps back around on this inside here and goes back around this way, but they put in this beautiful ballpark mod right here in this map creation. But you can drive around the entire ballpark in real life. Now, in case you ever travel through this area and want to take a vacation, everybody, I got something to show you. So, when you're coming into town from the north, okay, and your speed limit changes down into this low mile per hour speed limit, I'll show you a good hideout for us cops. We pulled into this little monument area and we backed our old patrol unit up into these trees. Faced our unit that direction so we could get people coming from the south, and then we could surprise the people coming from the north. And you could get so many people right there, sitting right there. Sat that spot a lot in real life. Alright, let's go back down into downtown Petersburg. Oh my goodness, there is so much to say. Hiding in plain sight, right? We'll get to downtown. The other cool thing, everybody, is this well, let's go right here. Back to the old grocery store. Right here behind, so I had talked about that this grocery store is fairly new. Right behind the grocery store here actually is a service station. Kind of your old style service station, but very well kept. I actually know the owner of this place as well, and his family. His brother actually was my sergeant on the sheriff's office. Right behind this service station is the fuel barrels. It's got over-the-ground fuel barrels. That's how old this place is. Still operation. And that door right there, overhead door, is in the exact same spot it is in real life. He does oil changes and stuff right out of that shop. Right across the road here is what you call, I should say what we call Helena Chemical. Helena Chemical, depending on how y'all pronounce it. That old dome right there was the where they store like the fertilizer and stuff. They actually have the dome tore down now, and this is all brand new construction, but they really represented this area of the map really well. for it being an agricultural equipment company, or I shouldn't say equipment company, but an agricultural fertilization company right here. I worked for this company in the off season. I shouldn't say off season. I worked for this company seasonally, delivering, dry fertilizer, wet fertilizer out to the spreaders in the field. But that is where this is at in real life as well. And that dome was originally in Petersburg and existed in that same spot for many, many, many years. Right on down the road here, you go past Central Valley Ag, which is a big grain bin site, as you see right there. I believe that my understanding is they sold it off or selling it off. It was getting to the point, I believe, Dust Bunny, like a safety issue, with all of the new changes in fertilization and all that stuff, and just, unsafe, I think, is a big safety thing, and it took up space, and they wanted their space more utilized. This going back down this direction, that house right there currently exists, and it looks just about like that. It's got a attached, I think, even two-car garage. This place right here, this actually used to have an old white house on it. The old white house, the last owner I know of, the owner of this old white house actually owns that mechanic shop right across the road right there. Right across the road there is Mike's Auto Shop. He was my wife and I's landlord when we lived in this community. This area, and we'll check this out on the map too, everybody. This area right here is an old service station that the wife to the seed corn pioneer seed people over there I told you about, the son, his wife right here has a, I don't know what you'd really want to call it. She has a office building here, kind of a unique little business. Different corporations can come in here and host meetings and use the internet and stuff like that. But I think that's why they have this sign here, just to represent. But this was actually an old quick shop. It had two service bays right here where they did oil changes, and this was this service shop has the underground system, to where you just drive the car over the top, and you can walk down the steps and do the oil change without having a hoist. But it doesn't exist no more. The fuel pumps were right in this general area right here. And that building, I'm not sure what that represents right there. It might just be decorative. But this right here is the old car wash. The old car wash in the village of Petersburg. But let's go over here. I see that there's icons right here. What is Mike's Auto Repair? This might be... not sure what this might... oh, this is your vehicle workshop. That is unique. Whoever did create this map must know something about Petersburg. So they have separated... right here is your store location, everybody. This is where you buy your stuff for the store. This is where your leased equipment for contracts shows up. This is the county road department in real life, but right down the road here, the mechanic shop is your repair shop. Right across the street here is another young man that owns a mechanic shop as well. And they've got it named there. That's not the real life name, but this is an auto shop too. And you can also use this as a vehicle workshop. That is cool. So cool. Alright, let's go down in the heart of Petersburg. All these houses, that house right there is still sits right there and still occupied by the same family. This big area right here, they really did this area well. I don't know Matt. I don't know Matt. What is unknown right now is whether or not this mod author is going to bring this to 25. This map does need a little updating. I will show you why. You're about to see one of the reasons I believe this map will get updated in just a couple minutes here. This area is actually a part of kind of Central Valley Ag and Helena Chemical, but it's all open ground now in real life. So they really use this to an advantage. There used to be, old buildings over here that were where the old, my understanding, an old grain mill was. So in this area, they put productions. So you got an oil production building right here, 80,000. You got a grain mill over here, so a great representation. So 96,000 there, and then we've got what, food factory or something here probably. Cereal factory, 110,000. So on the PDA then, that might be those other three pieces of property that aren't a part of the $0. So on the PDA here, everybody new watching, your starting farm is right here on plot 8. You own that, and then you get field 7 and field 6. I bought this big area here for $0, like the periphery, if you will. But then these other productions right here are separate value. You can buy those and then probably sell them. So let's just try that real quick. So now I wonder then if we... Okay, so then I must have to, let's just try it with this one. Grain mill, let's buy that. Okay, so then we bought the grain mill. Can I sell the grain mill now? Yep, okay, so then I can sell the grain mill. Cool, so you could sell all three of these. That's really cool how they did this. Okay. This is pretty neat over here too. So this building, let's see now. They're probably representing this a different way, I think. So I think they're representing this right here. I don't quite got this figured out. Oh, no, that would be... This right here, I believe, is a well company, if I remember correctly. I think that's where his building is. This is the well company. So like a well drilling company for irrigation or stuff like that. This building right here isn't a very good representation, but that's where it is. This is actually the office building, and then right out here in front is a scale. This is where the farmers would come in. Their grain carts would get probed for moisture, And then you'd go into a door right here, and you'd talk to the guy that weighed you and all that stuff. I wish there was a way for the map maker and yourself to talk to each other, right, Dust Bunny? That's why I hope they watch this. This is the other thing that blew my mind over here, everybody. They have to know something about Petersburg, or they had to look at Google Earth, or they have visited this place. Otherwise, they never would have known any of this. This right here is a mural, actually in real life, on the side of this building. And about right here where I'm standing is one of those old white gazebos. Staircase gazebos. I actually... Cop story, everybody. One of my many cop stories that just clicked. Couple of things. First off, let's back up here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to shut the traffic off, everybody, because this thing's not going to go well for everything I want to do here. Let's see, where's the traffic at? I don't remember where the traffic is now. Traffic, where are you at? Might be this one here. There we go, off. Well, this building right here is the shop building for the individual that is employed with the village of Petersburg. Okay, so the guy that takes care of the streets and all that, that's this building. Right here is the, walk-through door into that. Right there, through that window, is a desk that is sitting against this wall, if you will. And there was a sticker that used to be in this window, I think. But that was my office. I shouldn't say I should say the county had a small place for us to use as an office in this building. If you walk straight through this door all the way to the other side, there was a little bathroom, so that was the other reason. We had to have a bathroom we could get to, but that gazebo that I said right here, I got a group of kids that were being unruly and I believe may have been consuming some alcohol up there on that gazebo and ran back to their car. I just didn't get them caught, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were doing. And right behind that city shop building, of course, is the water tower, which you see right there. This is an alley that goes behind these businesses. So here's your production points right there. We'll go through those productions. This building right here is, I don't know, this is the post office, the back side of the post office. And they're using it as a tailor shop for $100,000. This big building, this long building right here, it's new. I think it's an electrician that went into business after we moved away. But right here, this is pretty good representation too. Building styles, everybody, these buildings are represented really well. And trust me, if you look at Google Earth and you look at Petersburg, you will see exactly what I mean if you look at this map. If you have FS22, install this map, look at Google Earth. And from what I've told you, that's amazing. This building right here is the bank. One of the banks, I should say. There's another bank that they don't got on this map because it's new. That is a bank right there. This grass area right here is newly developed into a drive-through for the bank and an outside ATM machine. Right across from the bank over here is the American Legion where they do the fish fries. Look at that right there. Exactly the real-life Legion post number too. I drank many brown bottles and ate lots of fish in that building. It is in northeast Nebraska, farming with Outlaw, west of southwest of Norfolk. Alright, let's check out some of these more here. This is why I think it's going to get an update. You can see right there, everybody. That brick building is on the roadway. It should be sitting back even with the Cowbell Creamery. And it's not. Let's check this out. This building right here is brand new, fairly new. It is an auto body shop operated by a very young kid. His dad owns the well company business I already talked about. This is the sugar mill, but it's actually a body shop in real life. As you can see, the overhead doors right there, and then they got the showroom floor right there. This is an called an old ag supply building. There's another door actually about right here, and it's owned by one of my very good friends that I talked about earlier. His name is Doug. He has a sporting goods, outdoor sporting goods store in there. And then this is the office building for Helena Chemical, if I remember correctly. Should be. And this in the game is the dairy for 70,000. This right here is also part of Helena Chemical. Their offices downtown and buildings that they own. This is the grape processing unit. This right here, these two buildings are very, very old, and at one time or another were either an antique shop or also a restaurant. The restaurant building was, I believe, this brick building here. It was called Cunningham's at one time. Truck repair shop in Petersburg. There could have been. I can't think of one right now, though. Farming with Outlaw. This business right here is what a lot of people in the bigger communities would call like your outlet malls, or like your, what do you want to say, like your multi-purpose business buildings where it's one building with several different front doors. This is one building with one front door but many different offices inside. And it is actually called 123 Main Street. It's just not bakery. This is in game. The bakery. There's a insurance office in there, like I'm not even sure what else is in there now. There's like a little break room. Everybody goes there to have coffee in the community. Some of these downtown businesses go there to have coffee every morning. They used to. I don't know if they still do. This building right here is what used to be a youth center that I actually brought back to Petersburg. It originally was there as a youth center and started by a group of parents, and then it just didn't go well. So when my wife and I moved back to the community, or moved into the community when I was a deputy sheriff, I brought back the youth center for kids to hang out on Friday and Saturday nights, eat popcorn, play Nintendo, stuff like that. And we had it going for, about a year and a half or so. And it just, kids these days have so many things going on, it just didn't work out well. But this building is utilized by the guy over here that owns this building, which is actually a hardware and furniture store. And you can see here it says Urban Oasis Furnishings, but that's not the real life name. But that is all of this building right here. It's one big, huge hardware and furniture store in the little old town. This right here is probably representing the old locker, the old Petersburg locker that made specialty meats. Kids didn't want to hang out with cops. This right here is about like one of the only disappointing parts. So it could be because of when they started the construction of this creation and just didn't incorporate it. Or maybe they wanted to add this production sell point, whatever, to this area. But this area right here is a really beautiful little mini park, actually, in real life. But they have this biomass plant right here instead. But that's what's on the corner of this. So this is the, what do they call it in 22? I think it's called the biogas or biomass plant. This is what I had to take a picture of too. Petersburg Fire and Rescue Building. Very good representation right here with this building. The only thing that you probably wouldn't really know unless you've been here is everything's level with the main street. It's not ramped like that. But the building does look exactly like that. The new addition far to the right there with the tall roof. I truly hope Mapmaker gets to touch with you so you can help him decorate this town correctly. Next time I go visit my brother at college, I'll have to take a drive over to Petersburg. Yeah. This right here is, Petersburg Building Supply, just like it's named right there. It's what its name is in real life. It's a lumber yard. It is an old lumber yard store. It's a dump point here in the game. We can check to see what that is. This here, I think, as I don't know, we haven't lived there for a while, everybody. I still go to Petersburg to see my parents, but I can't remember. There is a building sitting here, but I can't remember what it is now. I think it's a storage building for the lumber yard that they added in. Okay, they don't got it there. I'm surprised. This building is also exactly shaped like it is in real life, almost exactly colored the same as it is in real life as well. This is the city office, the Village of Petersburg city office. The secretary's desk sits on the other side of this window. Right above that door, which I was about to probably bring a tear to my eye, there is a special name, if I remember correctly, at the top of this door. This community had what you all people may have heard of many years ago as the village marshal. Okay. His name was Kenny DeLay. I actually can say, and it's not something that you want to like brag about or whatever, but I knew Kenny DeLay. I also actually was asked, because I was in high school at the time when he passed away, and I volunteered at the sheriff's office at the time to dispatch the day of his funeral. So I helped do some dispatching the day of his funeral. But yeah, his name is above this door on this building, if I remember correctly. And his office was down there in the building I showed you where I had an office. And that's the bank right there. This is the postal office. This is the electrician's business. This is what used to be called the Western Rose, but was converted into an apartment. Or, yeah, an apartment, I believe. This is also a building owned by Helena Chemical Company, as well as this one right here. So this is the spinnery. Okay, now also on the map here, this is, what's this? Oh, this is the tailor shop. We can change our wardrobe here. I don't want to do that. Let's go into the PDA though. Let's check this out. So we have the farmer's market, clothes shop, a spinnery, a tailor shop. Down here by Petersburg Building Supplies is Building Merchants. Across from that, there's biomass heating plants. Back side of the furniture store is the furniture store. I'm guessing that's for probably carpentry. I haven't looked yet. Pizzeria over here where the youth center was. We have the bakery at 123 Main Bakery, the grape processing unit, dairy, and the sugar mill. So let's get back in our unit here. I want to check this out over here by the furniture store. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so let's just take a look in here. So there's a lot of sell points on this map, everybody. A ton of sell points. You can see like there's a 501 North Front Street, Animal Dealer, Co-op Beans, North Farm sell point. Let's check out the carpentry items, like furniture. Building Merchants. Now let's tag that. Okay, so your carpentry is over at the... Okay, that's where you sell that. So what do you sell here at this point? Oh, okay. Also, you can sell furniture at two different places then. Building Merchants and the furniture store. Cool way to incorporate the real life furniture store. And this is actually an alley in real life behind the businesses and on the other side of these houses as well. But I'm going to turn the path here, and we're going to go back here towards Main Street. We're going east on Main Street. Here is the boulevard, everybody. Real life boulevard is what they call it. So you go east down this side, and you come back west on this side towards Main Street. Knew a lot of people on both sides of the street right here. Represented really well. This one's represented really well too. Right here. I was at this house many times. The garage faces this direction. The only problem with this house is the front door is actually right here on this side, but very good representation there, in my opinion. This is actually a ranch style house, brick ranch style front, I think, house. That's a 2-story house there in real life too. This is a very old, huge house that somebody owns. And then back here, which I'm really surprised they have this here. But this is a storage shed, a big old storage shed. A gentleman that has a house, which isn't on this map, I don't think. Yeah, I just don't see it unless they're using this one to represent it. But it's tucked back in these trees. He was the owner of the telephone company in this community and sold the telephone company, and let's just say, needless to say, has a lot of money still. That's his shed. And I should say, behind all of this, which I'm surprised they didn't incorporate, but you know, it's their choice. The person that owns this house right here and lives here, her family owns a feedlot. And the feedlot is where this field is right here. On the far side of the field right here, let's say about where the map edge is, where that fence is right there, north and south, there's a county road that connects back up there to the other side of the town there to the north. Right in this general area is where the feedlot is, where the silage bunkers, the grain silo, all that is. Which is really cool. Oh, there's so much here. So much. So much that is so cool. Actually, that's his shed right there, I think. I got the wrong shed, so not what the other one is. This is the shed that guy owns. Oh, yeah. The lights work. Angry Old Gamer, welcome. This is cool too, everybody. I'm sure a lot of you have them in town too, in your towns. There's becoming more and more of them around our parts, but this was one of the very first ones I ever saw. This building right here is a representation of a guy that has a big old shop building. Him and his brothers were very big into like classic cars and auto racing and drag racing. He lives in this. He has living quarters in there. And then he has a house down the street here. And then those are decorative buildings that are there too, right there. His house is clear down here. I'm not sure if it's actually on here. I think it is. His house, I believe, should be this one right here. But if we go back down this way, this is pretty neat too. This area right here. What map are we looking at? A new map that came to FS22 yesterday called Petersburg. It's a representation of Petersburg, Nebraska, and I'm giving more of a real life representation of Petersburg, Nebraska, because this map is spot on. This right here, everybody, is the property of the school. The old playground area for Petersburg School was right in this general area right here. The school, the original 2 or 3 story high school was tore down. What?
Can you send me the link of that video that you showed me?
Of Petersburg?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will later. And then this is right here, like the... oh, what do you want to say? Like the newest additions to the school later in life. And then the community went together and they repurposed the school into like a fitness center right there. And it still exists. The fitness center side of it is fairly new, actually. I could tell you a whole bunch of stuff about this side of town, but let's go to the side of town you've been waiting for. Because I was planning on doing some farming yet, but we're getting a little extended here, which is okay too, because I haven't been live for a while. Alright, we got to go down here to what is 3rd Street. We'll turn left right here on 3rd Street by the fire hall. And we'll go this direction. That right there is an alley. So those are alleys right there. And they are in real life as well, represented in this map very well as into where they're at exactly. This is the first intersection past the fire hall. Let's go right here. The lady that lives in this house used to be the lady that cut my hair and my kids' hair. She had a little beauty shop. Right over here down the street from her house. There was a little old white house that used to sit here. It's not here no more. That's where her little salon was. Let's see, then we should be approaching, there's another alley right there. And we should be approaching Pearl Street, is what they call it in real life. This should be the corner of Pearl Street, I believe. Yes. Pearl Street, everybody. Right here. There was a little tiny white house that sat very, very close to this house, which is my mom and dad's. Where my patrol unit is right now, there was a little tiny white house. That was the very first house that we lived in Petersburg. It's not there. It's an empty piece of ground. Right next to it there, of course, is where my mom and dad live. Before my mom and dad lived there, the banker, one of the bankers of the community lived there. That's where he lived with his first wife. I lived here first, and then my mom and dad moved into that house. So Across the street here is very represented really well too. An old farmer and his wife, they're both deceased now, lived here. They had a very unique little outside garage shed, and it looks very close to that right there. Very unique. Never seen anything like it before. But before we go that direction, let's go this direction. So from this house right here, we go down the street to the corner. A beautiful home right here on the corner. Had a very, very nice 3-car garage. Now it's not a 3-car garage here in the game, but this was the second house we lived in. And we weren't able to buy it. I just didn't have the money. And from there, we go on past that house. That house right there is where Ken and Tina live. He was a plumber, and she's on the fair board with me. We keep going down the street here to the farthest street, goes west and east through town. This old Corvette site right here is in real life, everybody. Just exactly like that, almost. I don't remember a 3 being there. I think there's 2, but very cool that they put that in there. This is some kind of sell point, I'm gonna guess, here in the game of some sort. Let's see which one it is. North Farm Sell Point. Right across the road from that, over here, is the representation of the house we last lived in Petersburg. It has a garage. It had a 2-car garage, but this is approximately where it actually was. It had a 2-car garage though, and then let's turn around here. There was an old tiny house right here, an old white tiny house. It was tore down and somebody put in a new house right here. And then if we get back in my truck from our driveway, this driveway was horrible in the winter because right across the road here we didn't have much cover. So the north, you know, any wind coming from the north threw all the snow right in my driveway. It was horrible. Very good representation. There's only 2 houses across the street there. One right there and the one right there. I just cannot believe how well they did with this map. The house right there on the other side of those trees is hidden just like that with all those trees around it. This is cool here too. So what I don't know is, like I said, who the creator of this map is, how they're associated to this map, why they chose this map. But there's a farm place right here, an old farm place. I'm not very familiar with the farm layout. I can't recall it very well, but the house is exactly where it was at, or is in real life. I just don't remember the rest of this, but this is an actual farm place in real life. I just don't remember the layout very well. And if you were to continue down the roadway here, this is the back roads to a little unincorporated village called Rayville, Nebraska. If you would continue down the road here, the road is going to curve. You can actually see it. I don't know if it's meant to be that way. So if we kind of get the right, you can kind of see the whiteness of the curve going back towards the north there. And then this road is supposed to go east. That's correct, Artemis, but I don't know who it is. I would love to know who that is and talk to him about this creation. If you would continue straight beyond that hill, my very, very good friend, nicknamed Boomer, lives there. He's the fire chief of this community. And if you would take that curve back to the north to the dead end and then take a right, I think like a half to 3/4 of a mile, take a left and continue north, about a mile and a half, and on the right-hand side of the road is the unincorporated village called Rayville, where one of the most beautiful churches in the entire world is located. A lot of the church is very well known, let's say. Very well known. But a couple more things here before I decide to maybe do a little farming on this map. Because I actually installed a couple of mods that I thought would be fun in one of these fields. But we'll see. We go back down this road here, one of the furthest streets on the east side. I can tell you some pretty cool information about stuff people don't know. Here's the other church. Here's the Catholic Church of Petersburg right there. And then this is the old parish house right here. They actually, in real life, I don't know if they still do. I think they do, but they kind of rent this house out. It's got, like, if I remember correctly, like 7 bedrooms in it. I actually rented it, well, I shouldn't say I rented it. My grandma and my aunt rented it one year when they came to help me celebrate my 30th birthday. And they stayed in this house because I didn't have room for them. But my house, like I said, was just over here. My house was right here where this grass is, right here. And my mom and dad lived right there. And they still live right there. It's just so cool. But right across the street here, everybody, from the church is a little playground area you can see here. This is the Catholic school playground. And then right here is a name that you're going to be familiar with, the last name. I doubt they put it on the building. They did not put it on the building. This is represented really well to as close as probably what they could do to real life, including how you see the entry points of both sides of this building. Okay. This side here, I believe, because it wasn't really utilized much when I first lived in this community and was the station deputy sheriff, was the entry point for the school. This is the entry point for what they call as Warner Hall. Warner Hall in this community is beautiful. It's like a dance hall for wedding receptions and stuff like that. But the reason it's called Warner Hall, everybody, is the original, I shouldn't say original, the founder of and operator of Warner Enterprises, Warner Trucking Enterprises, that has the trucks traveling all over the globe. The trucks that are blue that say Warner on them, he was from Petersburg, Nebraska. And he helped put a lot of money towards the construction of this building. So, yeah, that is the map of Petersburg created by RGS_Prita. I'm trying to think if there's something else I missed. Oh, up there at that farm, I guess. I just kind of drove through there. Was there anything at that farm? So over here at this farm, you can see we need more money, which we probably have more money now, don't we? We got 2 million. Let's fast forward time here a little bit. We could just buy some of the rest of the map. Fast forward some time here. Let's go back over to that one of those other farms I showed you. And there's a whole lot more I can talk about too. I don't want to bore everybody. There's houses on the south side of the road there too, everybody, that I have a lot of conversation about too, and they are represented really well as well to the creation of this map. I mean, just the little bit that I've told you, just get on Google Earth, look up Petersburg, Nebraska, use the satellite camera system, and float around. You will be amazed. There's no collectibles, PCS World. There's none showing up in the menu anyway, and I haven't seen anything anywhere. Let's check. Ooh, alright, now we went way too far. We're going to have to go back to our house. Back to our house to the next day. We can do that real quick. That'd probably been the easiest. We'll come back over there. Let's go to our farmhouse. Let's just go to the next day. And see what we can get for. Yeah, we got plenty of money now, don't we? Alright, let's buy this and see what shows up. If it's actually an animal pen there or just decorative. So we'll buy this plot 3. Comes with this huge field in that little farm area. It does. Looks like it comes with a bale storage shed, and then you have a cow pasture for 60 cows. I'm guessing this is your maybe your milk point right here. Well, that's pretty cool. And then your storage shed for bales and that right there. Oh, there's an old fuel barrel back here, hidden back here. Little fuel barrel by the shed there. There's your house. Old storage shed. There's a little bit of some landscaping that could be improved in an update. The offset of that building on Main Street, like I've already shown you. So, I mean, it would be excellent to see an update. It'd be excellent to see the modder try and bring this to 25, because this would be awesome. The only thing I don't care for, which I'm sure all of you aren't going to be surprised, is if they'd have split these areas up a little more instead of those 3 ginormous fields. Break the fields up a little bit more. But that's alright, because it's kind of kind of actually how it is in real life too, really. Unless you incorporated some other farm properties around the sections or whatever. Alright, now let's see what else. So let's buy this one up here, field property 1, where Kelly and her husband Adam live. Kelly has a photography business in real life. And again, like I said, the part that really shocked me was that detail at the park. Let's buy this and see what we got here. Now, this might be a horse farm, which would be very fitting for who lives here. Very fitting, and I bet it is. It is. That is cool, because that would fit Kelly and her husband Adam really well for it being a horse farm. There's actually a big old red barn right there where the horses are. I think it's red if I remember correctly. I don't think it's white. Also, one other thing that's missing is there is a cell phone tower, Viero cell phone tower. Where is that? I think it sits. Oops, I got crop destruction on. Sorry, everybody. I think the Viero cell tower sits in this area, if I remember correctly. And then, oh, yeah, the other bank, too. I'll take you down there quick before we check out the other few properties I might be able to purchase yet before I quit. So the bank that I'm going to talk about is like brand new, like within the last, oh, how long? Last 3 or 4 years. And the brand new bank actually sits where these trees are, approximately in this area. The bank front doors face the highway, of course. But in this general area where these trees are is where the new bank is. Cedar Rapids State Bank branch in Petersburg. Alright, what else can I buy that we haven't bought yet? Oh, what's over here? Oh, that's that field where the cemetery would be, kind of. Okay, and what's this? Farmland 4. That's over here then. Is that like a little grass field that I didn't really stick out at me? Potentially is some kind of something. Oh, that's that right there. I see it now. It's this field hidden back here. Ooh, there's a fence line there. Yeah, I could see why somebody mentioned they get tired of the fences. But that's what they're like in Nebraska, in the Midwest here. There's fences everywhere. So that's that field then that wraps around back there. Like that. Okay. That's that little field there. Now, let's go by this farm up here. Quick. jet on towards the north here through Petersburg, going over the speed limit. Nobody's sitting by the park, so we're okay. Turn the yellow lights on. I don't remember how to make the horn go. Oops. Can't remember what the horn position is. Oh well. Alright, now let's buy this one. Field 18. 5.7 million with that farm. Okay, and then on this farm then, we have that. Field point there, silo system, the farmhouse. Looks like we got a bale storage. Back here. On a workshop building. Yep, a workshop building there. You can see the workshop trigger in the door there through the window. Then you got these storage sheds. So more like a grain farm, which you could probably can sell everything. Let's just try it quick. I don't know. Since we bought it, let's just see. Ooh, so we can't sell that one. That's probably because that is modded for the map. And it's not a mod. Ooh, we can't sell that decorative garden shed. That's kind of strange. Sold that one now. Okay, so you can sell everything there except for those two. Now, is that decorative or can we actually open the doors? Oh, this is decorative, I think. Yeah, that would be kind of cool if it could maybe find the map maker. That would be kind of cool. Oh, that's too bad. That'd be cool if that building was actually usable, but you can tell that it was decorative because the door doesn't go to the ground. So it probably wasn't going to open. That would be a very good building to utilize, though, if they made it usable. Okay, so then what else is left? Just fields. So we can buy like this field here, that field there, this field, this little field. And then we've got these. Ooh, now that one there, that might be another, that might be why it's so multiplayer usable. There's multiple farm locations. Which that's kind of cool. They made it that way. So that's going to be down here then. Probably with this other house. Gonna guess right here. Yep, right there. So this little area where I'm at is with 16. So, is this building gonna be decorative? Yeah, can't even select that building either. See, that's kind of be nice if you could get rid of that. Can't demolish the house either. Doesn't appear. So I don't think you can change anything about this property after you buy it. That'd be cool if you could, though. That'd be more usable. I already tried that, Ronnie, but I'll try again. Right analog stick. Not getting me anything. This house doesn't also have a house icon, so sleep icon, so I'm gonna guess it's just decorative. You're stuck with it. Right here, and we got another one right here. It's gonna be the same way right here too, I think. I don't think you're gonna. Well, that's not doing nothing, Ronnie, for some reason. I can't get it to do anything anyway. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Ooh, we can sell this farmhouse. Okay. Oh, we can sell that shed. Okay, so you can make that one your own. This, you can buy that field, and then this one. Hold. Right bumper, right thumbstick. That's putting the straps in the truck. It's not doing it. Move right. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I tried. Here's the other farm, one of the other farms, and this, I kind of like this one. I really kind of like this one. This one's pretty big. Nice big old shed there. Well, we've got, what do we got here? We got 60 cows in that pen. You got a bale storage shed there. Let's see, what do we got back here? Anything else? Silo area with the placeable area around it there. Lonnie, thanks for becoming a sponsor. Then we've got pigs, maybe? Yep, 50 pigs. $50 pigs. That's that farm. Wow. And then the farmhouse. See, then here's the other thing too. Like this, you know. I mean, that can probably be fixed. It probably all sells, but that's kind of minor, but Let's see. I think that's all of it. Oh, all except for this spot right here. That would be... Oh, that's an empty spot. An empty placeable area, maybe. What's there if we buy it? Oh, there's something there if you buy it. Rentable building. Huh. Well, that's what it was talking about in the mod description then. So does the building appear then? Let's go check it out. We know right where it is, right next to the biomass heating plant. Down on Main Street. We'll go down the boulevard. So this must be the rentable building maybe right there. Let's see on the PDA. We are right there. So yeah, that's the rentable building. Huh. Possibly. I thought there was supposed to be more than one, but I don't see that there's more than one. Anyway, that's the entire map. Alright, everybody. Well, it's been, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to have to get off here. Mrs. Money's going to be coming home. Don't want to disappoint Mrs. Money. So, if you've enjoyed this live stream, everybody, and what information, little information, which I could tell you a whole lot more even, about Petersburg for FS22, please make sure you drop me a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks, Artemis. Thanks, Lonnie, Ronnie. Thanks, PCS World, Dust Bunny, Gaming Joy, Angry Old Gamer, Ronnie, thank you. Thank you for the little $2 tip. David, thank you. Thanks, Farming Without Law, Rockhound Modding, CS Benji, Waylon, John C. Pepper, Grant, Travis Gaming. Oh, who else here? Trevor Murphy, A Farm Garage, Matt, Brennan, Eric D, thank you. Old Gamers Lane and Wayne, thank you. Space Monkey, J Meister. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Have a good one.